Hello, welcome back to Ford F150, where today I am looking at pickup trucks. Now this is the F150, one of the most popular pickup trucks in the world. Now I'm going to be looking at one pickup truck from America, Australia and Europe. I'm going to see which continent built the best. So as you can see, I built this sort of in the style that I normally see Americans building pickup trucks. No stereotypes intended. So I've got overlanding sort of style where they come in this diesel engine, which has nearly 500 horsepower. Now representing Europe, I have this little Volkswagen Caddy. Now what I've done with this is swap out that tiny 1.6 diesel with the 1.8 from the GTI. It may only have 112 horsepower, this thing's nuts, it weighs way less than a ton. So it is one of the faster trucks in this group. It's also based on the Golf, so it is also the only truck here that's front-wheel drive. Anyway, let's see how this gets on. Now for Australia, I have the Holden Belmont Ute. Now what I've done with this, I've fitted that huge bull bar and I've also fitted a blower to the front. I've really gone for sort of a Mad Max type look. I've also lifted it and put it on big tyres, and well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a challenge that will fare one truck the best. So what am I waiting for? Let's get into it. Now as you'd expect, the Caddy is well suited to the city. In fact, this is where it was designed. It was designed for small European cities, and what I've done here is specifically set a very narrow route through the streets of Guanajuato. And well, as you can see, the front wheel drive is really helping. I mean, its handling is actually probably the best out of all these trucks. And what I like about this is you can whip the handbrake and, well, it's very forgiving. Off-road isn't bad. Well, I went wide just for a bit of flamboyance. And, well, that GTI engine is seriously nippy. I know it only has 112 horsepower, but it's very good. Now what I've done, to keep it fair, I lifted all the pickup trucks in this video, and I've also had off-road tyres, so the handling's not going to be as good as it should be, but it should still be okay. Now the Caddy got a time of 2 minutes 10. Let's see what the Australians can do. Now already this thing's huge. That bull bar is extremely heavy. This is basically a muscle car converted into a pickup truck, so it's rear wheel drive. And that poses a problem because there's no weight over the back wheels. So the handling is a bit all over the place and it drives like a boat. The suspension is very soft, a bit tippy. Now, if we continue on, I will show you that there is a bit, this thing does have a huge slide. In fact, here it comes now. Look at that, that's crazy. But the new physics have really made it much easier to slide this thing. Look at the body roll on this thing, I mean it is huge. The time wasn't so good, in fact it was 2 minutes 15, so 5 seconds slower than the much powerful Caddy. Now here is the American pickup truck, and this is the only pickup truck that's designed as a pickup truck. It's 4-wheel drive, has a big bed, but it's so slow. I don't know how you manage this. I heard this statistic the other day that 75% of Americans who buy pickup trucks don't use them off-road. Why? That's like buying a pair of skis and using them to butter your toast. So what's the point of having a big pickup truck like this when you live in the city? Those big things are not designed for cities. I mean, even this thing, it's quite old, but it's still huge. I mean, I'm saying that as someone who lives in Europe, this thing is still quite a large vehicle. I mean, pickup trucks aren't genuinely accepted over here. Now this next challenge is a half-mile run. It's designed in favour of the Australians that have the fastest truck of the three. But I don't think the winner's going to be this F150 because, as you can see, it's heavy and it has less than 200 horsepower. So it's not going to be quick. I mean, this thing actually only got to 80 miles an hour by the end. That is not good at all. Now moving on to the much faster Australian Ute. Now this has a 5.7 litre V8, 240 horsepower, so that's the most powerful, and that means it's the quickest. Big wheel spin off the line. It was wet when I tried this, as you can see, but that shouldn't affect the drag time. It's already faster than the F150. It's really quick, and well, it was the only truck that went over 100 during this whole test. You go 109 miles an hour across the line. Not bad from Australia. Now the nippy performance of the Volkswagen Caddy was very useful here, but it didn't show much in the way of top speed. I mean, in terms of 0 to 60, it's pretty much like a level pegging with the Holden. But, as you can see, it is no match. In fact, this run ended with this car going just 90 miles an hour, which sort of places it in the middle, which is fine, good position. Now this final challenge is designed for the F150. It's a hill climb, but not the one I did last time. In fact, this one is going to go straight up a mountain as the crow flies. Now what I did is I swapped the diesel engine into the F150, and it got up the mountain in 15 seconds. Not bad. Now the Australians retains its 5.7 litre V8, so let's just see what it can do. Now it is got lots of power, but now it's actually got less power, pretty much half the power of the diesel powered F150. But as you can see, it's managing to get up the hill, just. Now it did it in just under 20 seconds, which is fine. Now lastly, the Caddy, it needed a completely different run-up because this thing has less torque than any of the other trucks. And well, there weren't many torquey engines I could use. Well, I didn't really want to put any other engine in this, so I wanted a challenge. So, still got the 1.8 litre. And as you can see, this little pygmy goat is actually making it up the hill. I'm going to speed this footage up, it's very, very slow. So, as you can see, it was got so slow I actually had to sort of weave about, so like traversing down a ski slope. But it did actually get up the hill in 45 seconds, which is just a pathetic effort. Anyway, I hope you liked that video. I'm just going to put the scores here. Please subscribe for more in the future. Until next time.